Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Today's video going to be a wee roundup of all ins and outs and rumours and stories of players coming and going at Celtic Park, as we are around about 53 hours from the end of this transfer window. All the stories and reports etc. are all accurate up to around about 6 o'clock Thursday evening, and so if there are any updates or changes to any of these stories, as may be the case by the time YouTube gets this all uploaded, I will make any clarifications or changes in tomorrow's video or post on the channel with words and pictures. But we do crack on with the video, just a wee quick suggestion, encouragement. If you are new to the channel and you like the style of the videos, the content of the videos, etc., please do click that subscribe button. Keep the numbers pushing up to 900 then above. And also do click the like button if you like the video, and comment section always open for pleasant, polite debating points, discussion, thoughts on the video, the topics of the video, the players coming and going, and any other Celtic burning issues. So, as I mentioned in a wee posting on the channel this morning, bright and early, Celtic confirmed the loan deal for Alex Valle, the 20-year-old Spanish left-back from Barcelona. Valle has been signed on a season-long loan by Celtic. There was an extra 24 hours delay with the deal, and that was to allow Valle and his agent and Barcelona to negotiate a new contract, extending his deal with Barcelona to June 2026. In that contract, Valle received a pay rise and also a change in the release clause. It's uncertain what that new release clause price is, but that would allow a team at the end of his contract to buy him for whatever price is stated in his contract, and obviously does allow for negotiations if a club chooses to try and buy him before then. So I do think that Valle is a potential upgrade on Greg Taylor. He is 3 inches taller than Greg Taylor, 2 and a bit stones heavier than Greg Taylor, a much more robust physical player. I think he could give us a lot more strength and height in dead ball situations and defending the ball in and around our box. He also has good ability getting forward, is a good runner with the ball. He is very difficult to knock off the ball and has a good high success rate for winning the ball in tackles on the ground and also winning aerial duels. He is a quick moving player and also a quick thinking player, and has very good stats in his loan season with Levante last year in Spain. And I think after a month or so of settling into Scotland, I think he could easily take over from Greg Taylor as our number one left back. And of course, if he enjoys himself at Celtic and has some success with medals and trophies, he may well decide, much the same as Carter Vickers, Jota, Paulo Bernardo and Adam Ida, that their future lies with Celtic, and in which case Celtic and Barcelona could negotiate a permanent deal next summer or the summer after. There's also the possibility, again, if things go well this season, that Celtic could extend the loan for a second season, much like we've done before with players such as Fraser Forster and Paddy Roberts in the past. There is a wee interview on Celtic FC's YouTube channel with Valle from earlier this morning, and from that video it does appear that there isn't going to be any language barrier with Valle, which of course is another bonus for his success at Celtic, and so fingers crossed for Valle doing well at Celtic over the next season and potentially beyond. Next story to update on is that Celtic have gone in with a further increased bid for Arne Engels of FC Augsburg in the Bundesliga in Germany. Celtic initially bid 6.5 million, then 9 million, and since then there have been further negotiations between the two clubs, and Celtic have now entered a bid of 10 million, and there are several sources and insiders who claim to know about the deal and the negotiations, that Celtic and Augsburg appear to be close, and so it may now be simply a matter of negotiating add-ons and sell-on clauses, etc. I think one of the primary factors also is that Engels has apparently already agreed personal terms with Celtic and has expressed a very strong desire to leave the club. And sometimes, as was the case with Matt O'Reilly and Celtic, sometimes when a player is desperate to leave the club and further their career somewhere else, sometimes the club is a bit less powerful to stop the player leaving. It's quite clear from interviews today that the Augsburg manager, Jesse Thorup, is very much against Engels leaving the club, and was saying that he doesn't envisage Engels leaving the club, although I think in this case it's going to be down to his board rather than his own wishes. And I do think it's a bit of a coincidence that his namesake, Johannes Thorup, the Norwich manager, had a very similar attitude when Celtic and Norwich were in negotiations, and in the end Celtic won out with that one. And I think it's quite an interesting coincidence that Jesse Thorup is the manager of Augsburg, Johannes Thorup is the manager of Norwich, and they both are ex-Danish players and Danish managers, although apparently unrelated. So there are some sources saying that Celtic and Augsburg are in final stages of negotiations. There is a hope that that deal is going to go through, although having been a Celtic supporter for 50 odd years, plenty of deals have collapsed at the last minute, and so fingers crossed that isn't the case here. And I think one good factor in this case is Engels has apparently agreed personal terms, and so if things did progress nicely over the course of the rest of Wednesday and Thursday, on Friday we could get his medical done and get him fully signed well in time for the window shutting at 2300. Another bid Celtic have upped is for Austin Trusty, the left-sided centre-back for Sheffield United. Celtic were thought to have initially bid £5 million. They have now upped that to £5.5 million. And of course, in the background is also the £2.5 million fee that Sheffield United have agreed for purchasing Mikey Johnston. That deal is still pending, and I do wonder whether a combination of £5.5 million plus Mikey Johnston might convince Sheffield United to release Austin Trusty, as there are some sources within Sheffield United who are saying that the asking price is around 7 to 8 million for Austin Trusty, and that is thought to be the price at which Sheffield United would trigger a sale. So, still waiting for that deal to progress. However, it does appear Celtic are very keen to give Brendan Rodgers two players he is said to have been following and targeting for some time, and with both Engels and Trusty deals pending, but thought to be at an advanced stage, which may well be beneficial to Celtic. So we'll see over the next day or so just how those two deals progress. The final bid that Celtic have pending is for Mateusz Bogusz, the Polish international, currently playing for Los Angeles FC in Major League Soccer. It's thought that Celtic entered an £8 million bid yesterday for Bogusz. It's thought that Celtic and LA remain in close negotiations, but there does not appear officially to have been an actual response, yes or no, to that reported £8 million offer. Bogusz has travelled with the rest of the LAFC squad for their next match, which is in Seattle. And at this point, it's not clear whether Bogusz is lined up to play for LA in that game against Seattle, which is the US Open Cup semi-final, or whether he is simply travelling with the squad so that any medical, etc., can be speeded up if it is required. I suspect that Bogusz will play if there's still no confirmed deal between the two clubs, but hopefully over the next 24 hours or so, it'll become apparent whether LA are happy to sell at 8 million or whether they're looking for more, in which case Celtic can consider adding another million or two for Bogusz. Again, with Bogusz, it's thought that he is very keen to come back to European football, very keen to play Champions League, and is said to be keen to come to Celtic for that reason. So, again, fingers crossed with that one. We update on a player that has been linked to Celtic, which was Tanner Tessmann, who is the American international, also was the captain of the American team at the recent Olympics. He was playing for Venezia in Serie B, he helped them gain promotion to Serie A. However, he has now been transferred for what is thought to be around £5 million to Lyon in France, and so he now appears to be off the table for Celtic. Just updating a few other stories coming out from Celtic. It appears that Celtic have put up a no sale sign for Hatate, Kyogo and Carter Vickers, and indeed over the last 48 hours all the speculation regarding those three players has gone away. Man City are thought to have completed their transfers for this season, and the inquiry regarding Hatate from Leicester was never official, and the three bids for Carter Vickers from Turkish clubs all have been refused, and all those clubs appear to have moved on. And as I said, Celtic appear to have said that none of those three players is up for sale. And it also does look now with Gustav Lagerbielke having gone off to FC20 and the deal for Mikey Johnston to Sheffield United looking like it's close to being fully confirmed. It does look like probably all the players leaving Celtic in this transfer window have been completed as well. However, we'll find out over the next couple of days and a bit more just who is staying and who is going and who's coming in at Celtic. As I said, all these various different stories, etc., are accurate as best I can from trawling all the internet sites and news sites as of 6 p.m. on Thursday evening. And as I said, if anything does change, get updated, progress, I'll do a further video for definite tomorrow, and also may add a wee posting on the website on the David67 channel site just to update you as well prior to the video. So to finish off, just a wee quick suggestion, reminder, encouragement to click the subscribe button if you've not yet subscribed to the channel. Keeping things pushing up to 900, that'd be great for in time for the Rangers match on Sunday, and hopefully in the long run to 1,000. And please do click that like button if you like the video, and comment section, as always, open for pleasant, polite comments, thoughts, opinions, etc., to further the debate on the channel. And so until tomorrow, a goodbye and hail, hail.